Hey there, everyone. Today I'm diving into something that affects all of us who enjoy a juicy burger or a crispy chicken wing. This isn't an anti-meat rant, it's about understanding the real cost of cheap meat. We all know the criticisms of meat consumption, yet in places like the EU and US, only about 1 to 6% of people avoid it entirely. Meat is delicious, convenient, and deeply rooted in our culture. No one likes being judged for their food choices, right? At the same time, many of us care deeply about animals. We have pets, support animal rights, and are outraged by cruelty. These two truths coexist. We enjoy meat, and we care about animals. Unfortunately, most animals raised for food endure terrible conditions, not out of malice, but to keep meat prices low. Paying just a bit more could drastically reduce animal suffering, often for just pennies per meal. Farming is complex. Many farmers want to provide better lives for their animals, but are stuck in a system that prioritizes low costs. Standards vary widely, and reliable data is hard to come by. I've simplified things by grouping farming practices into 3 categories: decent, prisons, and torture camps. Now let's break it down, starting with chickens. There are roughly 26 billion chickens alive at any time. They're social and capable of empathy, yet most live in horrific conditions. For eggs, about 90% of hens live in torture camps, tiny cages where they can barely move. In the US and EU, consumer efforts have improved conditions, but over half of hens still live in cages. The shocking part, this doesn't save much money. A dozen eggs cost around $3.60. Barn systems, a step up, add about 2 cents per egg in the EU. Free range adds about 7 cents. Another cruel practice is chick culling. 7 billion male chicks are killed this way every year. France and Germany have banned this, using early scanning to hatch only female chicks, adding just 5 cents per egg. Paying 85 cents more per dozen can significantly improve chicken welfare. For chicken meat, most chickens are bred to grow unnaturally fast, causing stress and pain. Switching to slower growing breeds adds about 9 cents per serving in the US. 90% of meat chickens in the EU live in prisons or torture camps. Giving them more space and better conditions adds about 13 cents per serving. Pigs are as intelligent and social as dogs. Over 90% live in torture camps, crowded indoors without bedding. Eliminating crates and providing anesthesia for castration adds minimal cost. Outdoor access and more space would increase the price by about 80 cents per serving. Cows raised for meat generally have better lives, but their final months are often spent in finishing feedlots. Pasture access increases beef prices by only 15%. Dairy cows often have it worse, kept indoors and suffering from painful conditions. Outdoor pasture increases milk prices by about 10 cents per litre. The core issue, meat has become so cheap that animal suffering is necessary to keep prices low. In the US, spending $43 more monthly on food would bring prices back to 1987 levels. In Germany, it's about 35 euros more. And remember, 20% of purchased meat is thrown away. As consumers, we have power. Look for labels that indicate better animal conditions. Research what they mean. Organic meat is often more expensive, but not always better for animal welfare. You don't need to be vegan to find the current situation unacceptable. Most animals we eat live in terrible conditions, but this could change if we paid slightly more for meat. Progress is being made. Consumers can push the industry in the right direction by paying more for ethically raised meat. If you can't afford it, consider eating less meat, avoiding the worst practices, and supporting legislation to ban cruelty. Together we can dramatically improve the lives of billions of animals. Thanks for watching.